Greetings. Quentin Bird here with Line Good Academy. Blessings to you, to your family here. So in this series, we're going to be focusing on fundamentals and sparring. So I am a firm believer in pressure testing when it comes to sparring and grappling. I believe that's what puts everything together. Also, this is where it teaches you how to build what I call fighting cardio. You're much different from your standard running, and jogging and your standard exercise here. I'm learning how to incorporate utilizing cardio for actual real violence here. Now, when it comes to sparring, we're taking a small snippet of real violence here, a small snippet here in a controlled setting. We're expounding on that here, working different strategies. I'm working to improve my reflexes and also dealing with a resistant opponent here. So when it comes to sparring, we're working our strikes. So in this case here, we're working punches right now. So the punches that we'll be working here, straights, hooks, uppercuts, overhand, all right? Those are usually your basic punches that we're going to incorporate here. There are others like your hammer fists and your flicker jabs and things of that sort here. But for right now, I want to primarily focus today on the jab. So when it comes to incorporating knees, elbows, kicks, other punches here, the jab is essential here, all right? So very successful boxers have been able to achieve a high level of success, even at an elite level, by mastering the jab here. So with the jab, I fight his hands here. Now, I'm taking my top two knuckles, I want to aim for certain targets on attack. In this case here, I can go for the nose, the jaw, or someone on the center line here with this jab. Now, when it comes to working my jab, I want to make sure that I'm setting up a game plan. Remember, I'm sparring, so we're taking our time with this here. I want to find a game plan to where I can actually successfully go to their face and towards their body without getting hit. I want to hit and not get hit here. So first thing I'm working on here, go around. So normally how I set up in these classes here is I've got to make sure I get solid defense with my offense here. All right, so I have these gloves on. I'm going to also utilize hand defenses as well as head movement here. He comes with a jab, I'm going to slip. Go ahead. Boom. Nice. Okay? I come with a jab, he's going to slip. Go ahead. All right, so it's essential that when you're slipping, that you have to know what kind of fighting stance you're working with here. People are more square. They're going to be more, they have a tendency to kind of be more on the attack on the offense here. But their movement's kind of rigid here. Notice here in a very, very square stance here, this prompts you to kind of be more, a little bit more of a bruiser, working hooks and uppercuts. Whereas some people have more of a bladed stance, this prompts more of a fluid movement here, longer, quicker jab, but you're not going to be as aggressive because you're in a much more bladed stance here. Especially if you have a hand that's kind of, your lead hand is low. This prompts for working your defense and your forearm blocks against different strikes here. But at the same time, it doesn't really prompt you to be, pretty much an attack dog, just being on the attack here. This prompts you to be more, you being a counter puncher, being more in defense here. So what we want here, in some cases, have a little combination of both here. I'm still bladed, where I can incorporate good smooth movements. Also, I can successfully incorporate straights, hooks, and uppercuts as well. All right, so when I slip, notice here, I use my hands. I know some people, they tend to have one hand down and try to slip your head offline. My thing is this, until you get to a certain level to where you have the speed, the confidence, and the proficiency here, fundamentals is where it's at here. Come here, move your head offline. Use your footwork to move your head offline here. All right, so if he comes in with the jab towards my face here. All right, so if he goes, let's say he works the jab towards my face here, go ahead. I'm gonna slip and move my head at the same time. I'm gonna send out that punch. One more time. Boom. Now, this is really good, especially here if I'm trying to get in and counterattack here. Counterattack is where I'm trying to attack while it's that little thing in between offense and defense here. While he's gonna attack, while he's gonna attack, I'm gonna attack on my own here. This is good because I can still protect myself instead of waiting, then attacking on my own. I can attack while he's attacking here. And I want to maintain good solid defense here. So hands are up. Nice. One more time. I can move my head, I can step in and work that jab, that counter at the same time here. So notice here, I move my head. Now, because I'm a little shorter, I can afford to pull this off really easily here. I can step in, boom. Notice I'm going straight to his face. I've got this other hand right here, ready to defend, just in case he comes back with a quick cross here. I'm ready to defend with something here. All right, I can also, same thing here. Even if he wasn't delivering a jab here, I can still move my head offline and double up and change levels here. All right, so here one more time, I'm gonna defend here. Notice here, as I jab, I'm slightly moving my head offline, and I want to keep my head offline, and then I come straight to the warrior's body here. One more time, I'm here. So while he's busy defending against that punch towards the head, I'm going straight to the body here. All right, I want to program my partner to respond with the initial attack, but really my intent goes to the body, and then follow with an attack back to the head here. Because I already know naturally people are going to block and defend against attacks to the head here. One more time, I'm going to double up again. Boom, boom. Notice here, I move my head offline as I'm moving in. I never want to run in forward with my head off on line because I'm going to run to his punch every time here. If you're a beginner, if you run into that here, work on moving your head offline with the jab as you're moving in. All right, so one time I'm here, boom, boom, and I'm moving out right away. All right, boom, boom, I'm moving out. Notice here, I'm moving offline. There's other hands in my face as I'm moving offline. So one more time, I'm here. I'm moving offline so that way I'm not directly in front of him. One more time here. I move off. I can move straight back and offline, or I can just go ahead and move around him. All right?
You always move it back, or you're moving to the right.
Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure when I move straight back, I know that he's coming in with a counter of his own here. All right? I just send out a good strike. So more than likely here, they're probably going to come with something here. I don't want to retreat back and then have to reset here. I want to go ahead and move back just enough where, okay, if he's coming in, I can either move offline or come back with a counter of my own here. But I don't want to backpedal and retreat too much here. Now, let's say if he's moving in. Let's say if he's moving in, go ahead and move in. I can also utilize a retreating punch, or I can just wait for him to run into my punch. If I know his head is not offline, and he's taller than me here, I'll let him go ahead and crash into my punch here. All I gotta do is just move my head offline and do a slight retreat, straight jab. One time, boom, boom. I can do a retreating jab. I can double do a retreating jab at the same time here. Especially if he's running into my fist, or he's coming in without moving his head offline. I can set off that jab as I'm moving back. So we're taking one thing and I'm utilizing it for multiple purposes here. All right, I'm working jab as I'm moving forward here. And I move my head offline. I can also do the exact same thing as I'm moving back and moving offline here. All right, so your assignment here is do some light shot boxing, just working that jab. When you're doubling up, a lot of people are conversation, people try to, utilize the speed that's wrong with that here, but to really get the most out of your jab, especially when you double up here, start off nice and smooth here. Then work and move your head offline as you do that. Then bring the other hand across. And then change levels. And then change levels and move back. And then change levels, move back and go offline. Here. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a shot working with your jabs, all right? Stay tuned for part 2. Get down.